Why is nobody speaking on a glaring issue with the 147 division? It's Manny Pacquiao. Yeah, I said it. Let's talk about it.
He don't understand. What resume? Nigga, my resume. Nigga. What resume you got? Nigga, my resume. What resume you got, nigga? My resume.
What's good, man? It's your boy, Game of Pound for Pound, aka Go P for P. Hit that like button and subscribe, y'all. I want to get straight on into it, man, about this particular situation that's going on at the 147-pound division, man. The welterweight division, one of the most glorified divisions in boxing in this current modern era. I don't understand as far as what's going on with this situation as far as people picking and choosing who to critique when it comes down to these four fighters, as far as Keith Thurman, Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford, and Sean Porter wanting to get in the ring with the guy to the left, Manny Pacquiao, the legend. And I hear a lot of people making cases as to, Keith Thurman's ducking the top competition. And you can make an argument for that, man. It's been 2 years. He's saying he needs tune-ups, blah blah this, blah blah that, holding up the welterweight division. And like I said, you can make a case for that. And you can make a case for Sean Porter. He's barking a different tune since he's been holding the belt that Keith Thurman was stripped of, that him and Danny Garcia fought for back last fall. And I mean, like I said, you can make cases that these guys are, holding up the division, ducking, not fighting the best competition. You can make a case for Errol Spence, him saying he is going to take the easy route as far as not facing Terrence Crawford right now. I've heard some people say that they interpret that him saying the easy route as far as the easier fights to be made on his side, and they don't believe that Bob Arum wants to make them. That is just yet to be proven. Do I trust Bob Arum? No, to be 100% real about it. But like I said, you can make a case that Errol Spence is not trying. You can make a case that as far as Terrence Crawford goes, you can make a case that Terrence Crawford is trying to get these other guys in the ring, but it's not working out for him because he's on the wrong side of the street, supposedly. But while Manny was on the same side with him, he still couldn't get that fight with Manny Pacquiao. But yet and still, if Manny was to ask Bud Crawford to get in the ring tomorrow, Crawford would oblige him and he would take on that fight. And all four of these guys would do that. So I'm not understanding, man, just from a real look at it, man. The real glaring issue as of now, outside of Keith Thurman holding the division up for the time he has and holding that title, the real issue in the division is Manny Pacquiao, bro. Like it's Manny. And like I said, he's doing polls, leaving Bud Crawford and Errol Spence off of the polls as far as who his next opponent, who the fans want his next opponents to be. Why are those two not even mentioned on there? You understand what I'm saying? Like, so I would love to see the Errol Spence and the Bud Crawford fight next, but that's not going to happen. And I'm just going to be straight honest with you why that's not going to happen, man. If anybody's familiar with the shoe community, man, the way that particularly Nike and Jordan brand do retro shoes, man. When they're gonna drop these bread and these retro style shoes, man, they don't necessarily drop them when we want them. They drop them right around the time the hype and the buzz starts to go down when nobody's talking about them, and they do a surprise drop on them, and that makes the demand and the worth of them go up, so they can maximize on the full value of the particular shoe that they're releasing at a certain time. And that's a part of building the hype up on the shoe. But basically what I'm getting at and saying is, I'm just going to be real. As long as we're talking about a potential Errol Spence and Bud Crawford matchup on YouTube, on the internet period, we're promoting the fight and they're giving it time to gain ground and marinate. That's what they mean by marinate, by us continually talking about it and spreading the advertisement and the promo for them. If we stop talking about the fight, the same way the Manny Pacquiao and the Floyd Mayweather fight came into play, it's when nobody was asking for it anymore. And the reason why that happened in that manner It's because they were stalling because we stayed clamoring and talking about it. So as soon as we got past that and people were on some other stuff, that's when Floyd and Manny decided to get it done. Both sides decided it's time, y'all. It's time before we miss this opportunity to make this money. And that's what's going on right now. The only way we're going to get that particular bout with Terence Crawford and Errol Spence is we're gonna have to freeze them out. And I'm a fan of both fighters, but I'm just being real from a fan's perspective. That's the only way we're gonna get that fight, y'all. And I know y'all may not want to hear that that's bullshit. We should demand and this and that. I'm telling you how the game goes, bro. That's a part of the game, and they know you want it, so they're gonna make you wait for it. They're gonna make you fiend for it. But once that fight or the demand for that fight and the admiration and want for that fight goes cold, it's gonna be a sense of urgency behind it. That's just what's gonna happen. People are reacting to Bob Arum getting on Twitter. Bob Arum on Twitter. Like, be for real, man. Like, when is negotiations ever done over Twitter? He's trying to hype the fight and he's trying to get Bud name back in circulation because of Spence's last performance. He's trying to build the buzz back up, man. And it's just a smooth hustle. It is what it is. But as far as this division being held up back to that, it's Manny Pacquiao, man. All of these guys will take that fight in a heartbeat. And no one's mad at one particular fighter. I'm not. But I see it for what it is because I said, like, Manny Pacquiao is holding the division up the same way Keith Thurman. People were running after a fight with Keith Thurman because he was the man with the unified belts at the time. He was the number one welterweight. People were clamoring to fight this guy. He was stalling, injuries, whatever you may call it. But Manny Pacquiao, people giving him this pass because he's the legend and this and that and the other. But he's making polls, subjecting himself to criticism by saying, who do you guys want me to fight next? But leaving two of the best in the division off his list. Like, it's BS, man. It's BS. And he putting Floyd on a retired fighter. He's putting Sean Porter on a fighter nobody asked to see him go against. He's got Keith Thurman on there. And I forget the other guy. Who was it? Danny Garcia or somebody like that? Like, come on, bro. Like, it's crazy. But nobody wants to call him out on it. And that's what I'm... Yeah, so that's what I'm here to do, man. I mean, I'm here to just talk about the overall view of it, man. I'm not going to give it to you from one angle. I'm not going to give it to you from, I'm not gonna lie to you by omission or leave anything out, man, that I'm aware of at least. And I'm just bringing it to a forefront, man. Any one of these four guys will take that Manny Pacquiao fight. Why are we pretending like they wouldn't? Why are we saying one is ducking the other because they're trying to get the Manny Pacquiao fight? Like, the distraction and what's holding up the division right now is Manny Pacquiao, and that's a fact. Like, it's clear to see. He has a big drawing behind him, a big fan base, and a big pull behind him if he was to face another elite guy because he's Manny Pacquiao at this point. But he has to be critiqued for not wanting to necessarily fight the best. You just came off a fight with a broken Lucas Matisse and a broken Adrian Broner, and Broner's been broken. So I mean, we just have to be real about it. I mean, it is what it is at this point. Like, I'm not knocking any of these guys for wanting to pack out. Like I said before, that's not what I'm trying to do. But like I said, all of them want that bout. So that's what the big time holdup is in this division. And the thing that I don't like as far as how people detract from, certain scenarios, you got some that say, Errol Spence is a weight bully, and he only wants to fight on smaller guys, so he wants Manny Pacquiao. But I mean, if he fights Bud Crawford, technically, Bud Crawford been 140 majority of his career and 135. So if he fights Bud Crawford, is they weight bullying Bud Crawford? No, you won't even say that. You won't even fix your mouth to say that. So it's just, it's certain people who we like, we're biased towards. And you can be a fan towards somebody and root for somebody without being biased, man. Like, seriously, bro. You don't have to be biased in order to root for someone or prefer another fighter over the other. All I'm saying is, if you're gonna call out, Jaron Ennis for calling out Errol Spence at this point, why you think he's too green, he's too young, then why weren't you calling out Errol Spence for calling out Keith Thurman when we know that Errol probably wasn't ready at that particular time? Because why? Because Floyd Mayweather endorsed him? Why didn't nobody speak out then? So I mean, and so on and so forth, man. If you're gonna say that that Keith Thurman is ducking the rest of the division and everything, he's ducking Errol Spence. Then why aren't you saying anything about Sean Porter not wanting to fight? Not taking a fight with Top Rank to face Terrence Crawford. Why are you saying Errol Spence is ducking? Why are you saying Keith Thurman is ducking? Why are you saying Manny Pacquiao is ducking? Sean Porter, last I heard, was actually offered a contract and he rejected it. I haven't heard of any contract or offers being sent towards Errol Spence or Keith Thurman. And I mean, and it is what it is, like so on and so forth. And I'm just saying, like, with all these detractors and trying to, break down a person's, what they built and this and that. And look, if you got questions about a fighter, stick to that. You doubt that they can do this at this level. You doubt that they can do that at that level. And that's more of a reasonable and logical conversation to have. But to just flat out say somebody's ducking somebody for doing the same thing the next person that you're saying they would lose to is trying to do, it starts to get real stupid. We start to sound like some damn fools, some babbling fucking idiots after a while, man. And we just gotta let it go eventually, man. We gotta move forward. And like I was saying before, with the fights, man, as long as we're giving these fights hype and prestige before they happen, they're gonna milk us. That's just what it is. And we gotta smarten up. We have to unify on some forefront as a fan, and then we can start to control the narrative, control the market, and then we can start getting what we want, or more of what we want, I should say, in a timely manner. But I like to see what you guys think about this, man. That was just a little rant, kind of scattered or whatever, and but still, nonetheless, it is what it is. Want to hear what you guys think? Hit that like button, subscribe, comment below, man. Let me know what you guys think, man.